Okay, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, Rocco, for inviting me. This is my first time being on the show, so I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. And if the video looks a little off or my voice don't match, that I apologize because I'm doing it on my cell phone and my job doesn't have the best internet. So if it's lagging, I apologize.
It's actually pretty good. Like it's not lagging, at least from my
Oh,
point of view.
okay. Okay, cool. Thanks. So the first thing I want to start out asking you is like what drew you to love wrestling? Like,
So I think it is, just like the larger than life characters, because you have like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, John Cena. So like I feel that those are the characters and the people that drove me to wrestling, like how they
mhm.
were like able to captivate the audience just by doing this or that. So like that's one of the things that really got me into wrestling. You know, like I started watching wrestling a little bit later, like because I was originally born in Peru, but when
Oh,
I
okay.
was 12 years old, like I came here to the United States and I didn't know anything about the WWE. Like I used to play the SmackDown games when I was in
Yeah,
Peru,
definitely.
and I used to play with The Rock all the time, but I didn't know I never had watched a show until I came
Um,
here to the United States. So like I remember that my first wrestling memory was Edge and John Cena actually. I think it was like a steel cage match for the WWE title, and so like after seeing that for the first time, like I got so into it, and I never stopped watching it. I was like,
nice.
I was like, what is this thing? Like, this is so crazy. They're fighting in the steel cage. There's a lot of chaos there. There's Triple H and Shawn Michaels and all these guys interfering. What is this crazy stuff? This is amazing. You know?
Wow. What was like the age you went and saw like your first show, your first wrestling show?
So like honestly, like the first time that I went to a wrestling show was down like was actually the first time that I got booked for WWE. Like that
Really?
was my first wrestling show that I went.
Oh my God.
It was, but not as a fan. Like I worked, like I was in a match. It was like they brought me up as an extra for NXT
Yeah.
back in 2019 or 18, I believe. And so like I went in, I saw the whole setup, I saw the crowd, and I watched the show, of course, from backstage. But it was a cool experience. But as a fan, like the first time that I went to a wrestling show from the WWE
Hmm.
was maybe 2 years ago. Like I'm very good friends with Big Sean Studd, who is Big John Studd's son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he lives like we live pretty close to each other. So because of his dad, he gets free tickets from the WWE every single time like he comes around. They come around town. So like he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, Rayo, Caesar, you want to come with me to Monday Night Raw? I got free tickets." So we just went there and we were literally front row.
Oh
We
my
were there
God.
front row for WWE Raw.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember watching Big 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 John Studd growing up. Like he was good for his size.
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
Hmm. Of
Like
course, it's like
it's very interesting because like Big Sean Studd, like I think the one of the things that like he's not wrestling anymore, but one of the things that I always stood out from his son, my friend Sean Studd, is that he was so like he didn't have to do any wrestling, but every single time he would walk out in the ring, people would just look at him like he was Hulk Hogan. They would just look at him like, wow, this guy. I always thought he had a lot of charisma. I actually have a picture of me and my friend Big Sean
oh
Studd.
my God.
That was at the Monday Night
Nice.
Raw that I told you. We are like literally front row right there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. We were right here.
Oh my God, damn, like you were right over there. It's like you were part of the action.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was so cool.
And when you decided you wanted to become one, become a wrestler, like where did you go to learn? Like who trained you?
So I went to like one wrestling school, but like they didn't really teach me anything. It was kind of like they took my money and kind of just like
Mm.
left me there to the side. So then I found out about MCW Pro Wrestling in Joppa, Maryland. So I started like I always say that I started training at MCW because that's where they properly train me, you
Well,
know.
yeah,
Yeah. So MCW Pro Wrestling.
yeah, it's the one thing with wrestling schools. You have to do your work. You have to make sure, like, see who went there and how long they've been around. Because some of them do just open a school just to take your money and not even like bother doing anything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I realized about wrestling when I first started in the business is that like there's a lot of like you get what you pay for, you know, like if you don't pay that much money, you're gonna get a place that is not so good and but if you invest your money, uh you'll go to a school that will teach you how to be a professional wrestler, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
And when you were training with MCW, like how long did it take your body to get used to the bumps and the rope burns and everything that came with the training?
Yeah, so at least for me, because I have an athletic back, like a sports background, like I didn't
Mhm.
really play sports, but when I was very little, my dad used to put me to do soccer, swimming, basketball, everything. I stopped doing it once I got to high school, but when I, for some reason, when I got to wrestling, I kind of got it really quick. I didn't,
Nice.
I didn't really hesitate. Like I think that from MCW people that were debuting on the shows, it would take them a year or 2 years to debut.
Oh
At
yeah.
least, at least for me, it took me about 3 months to make my debut.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
that's fast.
yeah, 3 months, and I started being on the main roster like 6 months later, probably.
Oh my God, that is really awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
So was your first match you ever had actually with them with MCW, or was it with another wrestling promotion?
It was with MCW. It was I remember it was Michael's Eighth Avenue in Maryland, and it was an 8-man tag team match with Mick Foley as the enforcer.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that is an awesome first match to have with Foley involved.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was, I mean, it was my first match, but I was still kind of green, and something got messed up in the match. I think Mick Foley missed his cue or something like that, and like the match went to like it went to bed, but like it was so we got reprimanded after our first match, but at least like you know we got the experience to be with Mick Foley, you know, and at that moment we learned that okay, like when it comes to wrestling you got to be prepared for everything and you got to start thinking on the fly, you know, you got to if things don't go your way you got to find ways to fix it and get back on track.
Oh
So
yeah, definitely. I
yeah.
mean, there's been like a ton of guys that wrestled where, they were going over the match and there's a certain spot that has to happen and they don't do it, but then you can't
Yeah.
let the crowd know that you screwed up the spot. You just go with something else.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things when it comes to when you first start wrestling, you make a lot of those mistakes and it's
Oh,
embarrassing.
yeah, of
But
course.
with more experience, you know, like you learn and things get better.
Definitely, yes. And how did you wind up coming up with your work name and the whole gimmick with it?
Yeah, so like I was at first, you know, like my trainers were like Caesar, you got to come up with the gimmick.
Hmm.
So like my first gimmick was basically a soccer player.
Oh,
Because I thought that was that's something unique. I'm just gonna try to like a soccer player that happens to be a wrestler, and I'm just gonna come out with the soccer outfit and like the
no.
soccer ball. And to be honest, I didn't really play soccer. But I was like, I'm just gonna go for it, see what happens. And so I came up with the name of Rayo. so which means lightning. So I was like, instead of calling myself the lightning, I'm just gonna do it in Spanish. I'm gonna be Rayo. So
Nice. I like that.
and people like a lot of people that didn't speak Spanish, like Rayo, they thought that it was a very unique name, and it was simply to say, you know. So we did it like that.
Oh wow, I love that.
Yeah.
And and I see when you come out to the like when you wrestle and come out to the ring and all you paint your face, you paint your body. And how long does it take to go through that
Like
face
10,
painting process?
10 minutes.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah, because I have a really good artistic background as well. Like I do graphic
Okay.
designs, I draw like I used to draw when I was since I was like 3 years old, 4 years, so I used to draw all the time. And that was one of my biggest the biggest things that I was able to do, just draw on the fly and really quick. I have the ability to draw very quick. I can draw I'm able to draw a good Spider-Man in less than a minute.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I can probably do it right now as we're talking. I'm gonna show you, but like it's really crazy. But I have the ability to draw really quick, and because of that, I'm able to do like my face paint and everything like within minutes. It doesn't take
Oh
me
my
that long.
God.
And usually when people look at me and they see me with my face paint and stuff, they're like,
Yeah.
"How long did it take you?" Like a lot of people think that it takes me hours looking at
Well, yeah,
myself
you
in the
would think at
mirror.
least an hour. Yeah.
Nah, like it takes me just probably like 10 minutes. At the most, maybe 20 minutes, but it's probably because I don't have a mirror and I have to use
Okay.
my iPad because there's some places that don't have mirrors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there's some wrestling places where yeah, that definitely.
Right. Yeah. So
Wow.
this is what it is. Look, just drew Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Yo, that's really amazing work.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like this is just something basic, just like a cartoonish, but I can probably do something better, like with more defined shadows and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is one of my abilities, you know. I have a lot of abilities, so this is one
that
of the
is
abilities that I have.
that's a great ability to have. Like that's really awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And the the face paint and the paint on your body, does it mean anything or is it something you just do?
So like I'm originally like I said, I'm originally from Peru and like you know the Mexican people they have the Mayas. In Peru we
Yeah.
have the Incas. So like the Inca Empire is what used to rule years ago before the Spaniards came and colonized Peru. So
Wow.
I kind of use that as my background because I feel that it's pretty unique. And I just like the look of the Incans, and I do the what's it called, all those symbols and stuff in my face and
Yeah.
my chest, but at the same time I try to more make it modern because like sometimes I will come out in a suit and shades but still have the face paint, you know.
Nice.
So I try not to be too gimmicky with it, you know, because before, like my character evolved through the years. Before, after I did the soccer game, I was the last Incan warrior. But like in reality, it's kind of hard to sell a last Incan warrior because it's too much smoke and mirrors. It's too much like the Undertaker or the '80s.
True,
So I
true.
needed to make it something more modern. So like I just became the lightning Rayo myself. So basically, just put the face paint as a warrior. I'm a warrior, but I also
Yeah.
happen to be from 2024. So I still wear my suits, I wear my chain, I wear my shades with my face paint, you know. So
Oh, that's actually really awesome.
yeah, exactly.
And do you work as a face or heel?
So I don't really believe in faces and heels. Like I believe
Okay.
more in characters. Like I feel like for example, if you have you ever what's your you seen the Joker, right?
Oh
The
yeah.
last Joker movie or The Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
So like look, I'm adding some shadow to it,
Oh my
but
God.
but like so
Wow.
basically is like so you know how like the Joker, a lot of people always root for the Joker.
Yeah, of course.
But if you watch the movie within a phase and heel dynamic, Batman is obviously the good guy and the Joker is the heel.
Yeah.
But who does the audience like more? Who stole the show in that movie is
In that
obviously,
movie, the Joker. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So when it comes to my character, I also see it that way. I'm just gonna be my character, and maybe some people might like me, and other people might hate me, but I'm just gonna do what works and what gets reactions. You know, maybe
That's very smart.
maybe my character happens to like to cheat, and I cheat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe maybe there's some people that also cheat too, and when they see me cheating, they can relate to me. Oh, this is my guy. You know,
Nice.
yeah.
And what do you think has been your proudest moment in wrestling so far? Because I know you still got plenty of years left, but as of now, like, what's been your proudest moment?
I think I have a lot of like it's not just one thing. I have like multiple ones, but I would say like debuting for NXT. I also like making my debut for Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Because I did it consecutively. Like I debuted for NXT in September, then I made my debut for Ring of Honor in November, just like 2 months later, and I think it's a combination of things. Like I am the first Peruvian wrestler, like Peruvian born wrestler that has worked for NXT, Ring of Honor, and AEW. Like three of the biggest companies in the
Yes.
world. And I have also like worked for top indie companies such as like Beyond Wrestling, back in the day ZZW. So
Nice. And like, what was that experience like? Because I mean, a lot of wrestlers don't even make it to that level, like actually doing something for WWE and AEW. They're right now the two biggest wrestling leagues.
yeah, yeah. So like I think that as far as WWE is it's more corporate, like it's like going to a more corporate place. Like you go in and there's people registering you, you have to file paperwork, everything is
Really?
more formal. Uh and it's more production based.
Well, yeah.
Like you have agents and you see the agents uh checking every single match, making sure that it meets their standards and what they're looking for as far as the storylines. You have people hands on, whereas AEW reminds me more of Ring of Honor back in the days because I worked for Ring of Honor since 2018 until they sold it to Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Um, so like during that time, it was more like informal, but they still had a good production,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
still had agents, but it wasn't as heavy as WWE. It wasn't as formal, like AEW kind of reminded me more of like the locker room with the boys, like it was exactly like Ring of Honor used to be.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And is there anyone that's been like your toughest match, like or like stiffest guy that you worked?
I mean, the stiffest person probably Joey Janela.
Wait, really?
Yeah, yeah. But like the toughest match, maybe like I had a match against Sin Cara uh,
Yes.
back in like a few years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago in Texas, and it was for I was the IOCW champion, which is the International Open Challenge champion,
Mhm.
which is a Lucha Libre Online is main title. And so it's a like Lucha Libre Online is a big page, but for like Hispanic speaking people, like where
Oh,
they put out news for wrestling, and it's run
oh,
by Hugo Sabinovich, who used to be the main Spanish commentator for WWE for years.
oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So they created a championship that they wanted to be like open challenge everywhere across the world. So I was the first champion. So then Sin Cara challenged me for this title in Texas. So we had a show, a match in front of over 1,000 people in the street of El Paso, Texas,
Oh my
and
God.
Alberto Patron was there as his manager, and I had my own manager too, and the people. It was a great show. It was like a lot of. It was just the atmosphere was amazing. It had like a big match feel because we were outside.
Yeah.
There was so many people, and it was like one of those few times that I wrestled a a former WWE superstar 101.
Yes. Because he's under a different name now, right?
Yeah, it's Cinta de Oro. Cinta de
Okay.
Oro.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some of the places like you work for, as you were saying, you work for NCW. I saw
Well, actually, look, I have a picture from
ESW.
the show.
Oh my God! Look at all those people.
Yeah, it was like let's see. I think there's a view from above. So there was how many people there
Wow,
was, and it
that
was
is a lot.
in the streets. Like it was in the streets
That's
of El Paso,
crazy.
Texas.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was pretty sick. Oh, sorry. I almost let's see. There we go. It was like
Wow.
pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah, because like you've been working for like a bunch of different wrestling leagues, like the MCW, ESW, and you won belts in different leagues. And is there any like wrestling league that you haven't done yet that you want to go to, that you want to work for?
I would like to go to GCW, Game
Oh
Changer.
yeah, that's really hot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Really, I'm a big fan of what they do over there. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I really like places where their crowds are very energetic. And I did this show like a month ago against Diego Hill at
oh yeah,
ESW at Extreme Shock Wrestling in North Carolina. And I didn't have, because it's like a southern crowd, so I was expecting more of like a family friendly crowd. Uh, but when I went over there, it was a great crowd. Like the atmosphere and how loud they were screaming and chanting. Like like me and Diego Hill, we killed it that night. Like, and the people were like standing from their feet, holding their heads, and I just thought I was amazed with the crowd reaction because it was very similar to like a 2000s CZW,
oh my God, nice.
Yeah, so it's a cool promotion, and it's kind of like not many people talk about it because they're not really like on on mainstream or or one of those
Yeah.
like online sites, but it's a place that definitely like wrestlers and fans should check it out.
Wow, okay. And I saw on your page, like, are you going to be working for a wrestling promotion in the Hong Kong? Like, I saw something with Hong Kong on your page, like a wrestling show, or maybe you're doing like des des designs for them. I saw something like that.
I'm not. I know that I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm
Okay.
gonna be wrestling in Puerto Rico in August.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's my sixth time going over there. So it's gonna be cool.
What's your what kind of food do you eat when you go there?
Oh, anything that I can find. Like I love eating. Like there's a lot of good food in Puerto Rico. Like each place has their own typical food, but Puerto Rico has really good steaks.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, yeah. There's this dish called mofongo. It has a weird name, but it's basically mofongo. It's called mofongo con churrasco, which is basically like steak with this cream. It's kind of like a potato cake, but with this cream that is really good. Like it's very good. It's very good.
Damn. I think I want steak now for dinner. And when you're not like you also like when you aren't wrestling, like you work, you make gear, you make shirts. Like what kind of work is it that you do?
So like I do graphic designs. Like I do gear designs. I do banner designs. So anything that is graphic related, I also have the ability to print. So I print banners, I print t-shirts. So I try to like, hustle and those other things because I like doing that stuff. I think is really good for me.
No, and it looks like a lot of people within the wrestling world like hire you to basically make gear and shirts for them, right?
Right, yes. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
And when you're not like working either like with wrestling or making gear and shirts, like what do you like doing during your free time?
Sleeping, man. Sleeping. Like I work all the time. Like I almost work all day.
Wow.
So I don't really have that much free time. But when I do have free time, like enjoy time with family, friends and family and sleep,
Oh yeah, definitely. And is there any place that you would love to travel to that you haven't been to yet?
So I would like to go to Colombia, Cartagena.
Okay.
So I actually got free tickets to go to Cartagena. So for my first year anniversary, my wife and I are going to Colombia in September.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So it's gonna be one place off the checklist now, off the
Yeah,
bucket list.
definitely.
So,
Oh, that's
so
awesome. Sweet.
yeah, yeah. Another place was Brazil, but I already went to Brazil in February. So I have two places that I wanted to go like already. But maybe another place that I want to go is maybe Italy or Spain. I want to
Okay.
go everywhere in Europe. Like I like that area. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, it's more quieter.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And what about sports? Like, do you like watching sports besides wrestling? Like, is
I think the wrestling's the only sport that I really watch.
it and gaming? Are you a video game guy at all?
I used to, but not as much anymore. Are you a video
Okay.
game guy?
Yeah, yeah. I got PlayStation 5 and I got like the WWE game for
The WWE
PlayStation.
games? Yeah, I
Yeah,
used
and
my brother he bought like this console that is almost like the PSP, but not really.
oh
It's more
yeah.
like a computer. I think it's called the deck or something like that.
Oh,
So
oh, I
like
never heard of it.
so yeah, it's like a PC, but it has the same controllers as the PSP. And it's like a bigger version of the PSP. So like I bought the WWE games and I play it every once in a while. I play the WWE 2K. I play the 2K23. I don't have the
Yeah, yeah,
2K24, but like I do have. It's really fun. It's a good game.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like I like those and like the
but
role playing games, like like The Last of Us and Street Fighter and all that stuff.
yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
But I used to be a big fan of like Marvel versus Capcom back in the
Oh
days and
yes,
SmackDown. I used to play Crash Bandicoot,
yes.
Super Mario Sunshine if it comes down to
Mhm.
Nintendo. And the best wrestling games for me was Day of Reckoning. I don't know if you ever played it, but
I did. That was good. That was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
the one for GameCube, both of them, like the first one and the second ones, those two were amazing for me. I love those. Like those games are pretty cool. And like not many people talk about it because a lot of people had their PlayStations or Xbox, but not many people had GameCubes. So they definitely missed out on that one.
Yeah, that definitely. No, that was a really fun game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a big horror fan, and I always ask my guests this: Are there any horror movies that you like?
Horror movies. I watch horror movies sometimes, but like they don't really scare me. The only one that like really scared me the most and gave me nightmares was The Exorcist.
That's a freaky movie. Yeah.
Like the first one. Like
Yeah.
that one, I remember that I was not able to sleep at night, like because I was imagining that the girl from The Exorcist was hiding in the closet, and it was terrible. So like that's one of those movies that really scar me for life when it comes down to like horror movies.
Yeah, it was a really scary film.
Yeah, yeah.
Like from I remember they were saying like when the movie
Uh-huh.
was first out, I think it was out in like 1970 something,
Yeah, yeah.
and there were actually people that like fainted and had heart attacks while
Yeah,
being
I
in the
know.
movie theater and watching it.
Yeah.
Like it is a scary movie.
Mhm. And it's pretty amazing because they did it all with like especially they didn't use any CGI. It
I know
was
exactly.
special
Yeah.
effects, you know. So I think that nowadays most movies are very heavy on CGI, so
Oh yeah.
it kind of like I'm like yeah, whatever.
And what about songs? Like what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a little bit of everything. It kind of depends on like where I'm at. Like if I go to the
Mhm.
gym, I might listen to Young Dolph and Key Glock. Like I might listen more to rap, you know, more hip hop. But if I'm at a club or if I'm out, it probably be like EDM music, you know.
I've
S-
I've been to one of those shows. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a lot of fun. Like yeah.
yeah, or sometimes like I even listen to like music from like back in the day, like I was listening to Ray Charles the other day, for example.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so like really old music, you know.
Wow.
There's just I have like a variation of musics that I listen to.
Yeah, yeah. From Ray Charles to dancing to E D D M.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you were gonna do a karaoke song, what do you think you would sing?
There's a Spanish song called The Guitar. Uh,
Oh, okay.
so yeah, it's in Spanish, but it's a really funny song because it talks about like somebody who doesn't want to work, it doesn't want to do anything, just wants to play the guitar all day. So it's always a very good sing along song that we do in Spanish, and it has like a really catchy rhythm, but
Oh,
it's
wow.
a very fun song to do.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
And are you more of like a beach kind of guy or like a hiking, camping, outdoors guy?
I'm more like I love the beach. Like the
Yeah,
beach is my happy place. Yeah,
yeah.
but at the same time, I also like to you know be at peace and be at the river or be up the mountain. So I'm a little bit of both, but leaning more towards going to the beach. You know, I will never
Okay.
say no going to the beach.
And coffee or tea, like what's your choice?
Coffee, coffee, coffee. Every single day, I drink a lot of coffee, man. How about yourself?
Same. Like
Same
I
coffee?
can't start my day without coffee. Like I'll be cursing
Yeah.
everybody.
If I don't drink coffee, I'm just very grouchy and
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
angry and yeah, and just bored and tired. So I do need coffee in the mornings.
Yeah. If I don't have coffee, I'm basically the the Hulk. Hulk
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, same.
And superhero and villain, like who do you like the most for superhero and villain?
So for superhero, probably I would say Spider-Man.
Nice.
And super villain, I love the Green Goblin.
Yes.
I love the
Yes.
Goblin. I just like his I think that's one of the things like those are one of the things that I incorporated into my character because like I used to come out with this inking mask. Um,
Mhm.
so like something that I used to do with my promos is that I used to put the mask in front of me and I would talk to it, and then the
Nice.
mask would talk back at me and tell me to do bad things. Whereas myself, I'm like, no, I'm a nice guy. I play by the rules. Then the mask was like, no, you don't play by the rules. You gotta win the match. But I based it out of the Green Goblin.
Oh, That is so cool. I
Yeah.
I have to look online to see if I could find that. Like that, I would love to see that.
Hey,
That's awesome.
I'll send you a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, yeah.
What about like, are you more of a Comic Con or like music fest guy?
Honestly, neither. Man,
Okay,
probably leaning more towards a music fest because my wife loves that. So
yeah.
yeah, so I'll probably just go with my wife to a music fest, but I probably wouldn't go alone. Uh,
Um, are you like the life of the party or like the quiet, chill guy?
it depends. Like if I don't drink, I'm the chill guy, like
Oh,
but if I drink a lot, I'm like I could become the life of the party. Yeah. I just gotta get some tequila shots. A couple of tequila shots and I'm good.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, like for my birthday, I just turned 30 like a week ago.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So like my wife and I and some friends went out to the clubs
Hmm.
and like we went to and we were just dancing. At first I was just like I didn't know how to dance. So like we bought this tequila bottle and we just
Yeah.
kept taking shots all night. And by the end of the night, I was just dancing everywhere. Like I was having the time of my life. Like
Probably dancing, taking your shirt off and swirling it around.
maybe not that far, but but uh I was definitely getting close to that. Yeah.
And by traveling to all these different wrestling leagues, like, was there any funny road story that stands out to you the most?
Let me think about it. Damn. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if I have like I don't think that I have like a funny one, but I do have a lot of good moments that I
Okay.
spent. Like for example, I remember actually I don't know if this is funny, but there was one time that like I had the show in Puerto Rico with a
Hmm.
couple of friends and after our show the next day we went to the beach and like we got really drunk. Like we drank a lot of rum and I was so drunk. I still remember things. I was still conscious. Uh, but I remember that with a little boat, we got to this place, to this island where there were other boats around.
Okay.
And I was in the water and I was just swimming and I was just chilling, having the time of my life. And then a boat came over and ran over me. Like
Wait, are you
legit.
serious?
Yeah, legit. I got hit by a boat.
Oh my God.
I got hit by a boat, and I just remember that I was swimming, and then boom, I got hit by a boat. And then I opened my eyes, and there was a couple of people in front of me, and then I just shook it off, and I just kept swimming, like
Oh
nothing
my
happened to me.
God,
Like
that's
I was,
insane.
and all my friends they thought that I died. It was like, holy
Yeah.
crap, I
When you get
think he
hit by a
died
boat, like, a lot of people don't survive that.
because like the boat literally ran over me.
Oh my
Like it
God.
wasn't such a big boat, but it was one of those boats that has a motor.
Yeah.
So it just ran over me.
Wow.
And I just don't know how I survived. I think it was because I was drunk that I
Hey,
might have.
probably. It's a good thing you were.
But the only thing that I had from it was just like a little bit of blood was dripping out of here, but just a little bit.
Wow.
And that was it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is there anything coming up next for you that you want to plug? Like any shows, anything else you're working on?
Yeah, so like I'll be like I said, I'll be making my return to Puerto Rico in August 17th for the company Ground Zero Wrestling, which is a company that's been coming up and they're being making the big noise in the island because like their crowds is like 500, 1,000 people over there and is getting really close to like the big places like there like WWC and stuff like that. So this is the sixth time that I'm going to Puerto Rico, and it's definitely gonna be a good show. Aside from that, next week I'm wrestling for WDWA in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and I'm gonna wrestle Sam Adams.
No, I heard of him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I believe that what's it called? That for the Puerto Rico show, I'm probably gonna wrestle Diego Hill once again.
Nice.
Because last time when we wrestled in North Carolina, I beat up his dad, and then I grabbed the Puerto Rican flag and I cleaned my ass with that, and then just threw it to the crowd. And so I don't think Diego Hill is very happy about that. So like legit, he's bringing his like Diego Hill. His dad is Puerto Rican, and Diego Hill is half Puerto Rican. So we're gonna wrestle over there, and he's gonna come out with his dad
Oh
to
my
try to get some
God.
revenge on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, yeah, but I'll send you the video too. Like,
Oh yeah. I
it's
definitely
really
want to
funny, yeah,
see
because I just like his dad was talking so much trash, and I just grabbed him and I was just like, okay, boom, he went down. And, but yeah, I'll send you some videos.
Oh my God, yeah. Like I definitely want to see that.
And aside from that, like I'm going back to MCW
Okay.
on August 10th for uh was Dick Dynamite's tribute show. Like he was one of my friends. Unfortunately, he passed away early
Oh,
May. So we're doing a tribute show for him.
nice.
Yeah, for this show. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time between all the friends that loved him,
Oh
and
yeah.
just to remember him as a friend, as a wrestler as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
And where could fans follow you at to keep up with everything?
Yeah, so for to keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Rayo Wrestles.
Awesome,
And
bud.
if you want to follow my graphic design page, if you need any graphic designs for anything or car wraps, you can follow me at GFX by Design on Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, yeah. You do really good work. Like I saw your page. Like you made a shirt for one of the guys in CZ Mike.
Yeah, Miami Mike
Yeah,
Walker.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you made
Yeah,
a
I
shirt.
I designed the shirt and I also printed it. I also printed the shirt. So they're on sale this Saturday at the MCW Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup.
Oh wow, nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, your work is really good. Like definitely anyone who wants something done, they should definitely go straight 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 to you, and you could draw too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, Bud, thanks so much for doing this. It was really nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you, Rocco, and thank you for having me here.
Definitely, Bud, definitely. Well, have a really good rest of the day and great weekend, and have fun going back to Puerto Rico.
All right, thanks, man. I'll make sure that I send you those videos where I beat up Diego Hill's dad, where I
Definitely,
laid the smackdown on Diego Hill.
man.
All right, but anyways, brother, take care.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.